So, hello everyone, and welcome back to some more of World in Conflict. It's been a very long time since I recorded any. Well, some like 2017, I guess I did record some multiplayer games, but actual content otherwise, yeah, it's been a while. World in Conflict still is one of my top favorite games just because specifically the multiplayer that I played a lot in the more competitive sense. And back in the day I really only published live content after all, live matches. And but there is a lot of cool replays that I have from those back in the days, and this is, I would say, one of my most memorable 1v1 games against GG Nuke. I'm playing Inf, they are also playing Inf. So one versus one Inf game in Seaside, basically. And we can have just a little bit faster spawning. I'll just speed up at least sometimes because it's not that big of a deal not to. And I have one of the armored transports and then two trucks with just a lot of anti-tank infantry. Would be great if I would be going against tanks. Not exactly the case though. However, I do go with the... Well, I did change my tactic from time to time for 1v1s. It's not like it's a good idea to just go with one and the same way each and every time. But I definitely liked to do the full... Well, attack is the best defense sort of idea. So that you try to take something really far into a nice location to immediately... It's a silly thing how the infs look like they're running there, even though they're in the trucks. But yet, thus I am taking this one anti-tank infantry all the way up here to be attacking already all the way there, rather than concentrating something like in the beach or whatever else. But unfortunately their info already went into this building, so can't really get into there. Would be difficult to still cap it. But I have some more units sending a little cheap into there with this to go and do the capping. At the moment I have slight domination bar advantage, but it's not much. I'm not trying to go into the research or anything, and sadly with this capping process, like especially this anti-tank infantry is basically after all dead. I would feel that I tried to probably cap the city a little bit too much. For the moment it's going well, but yeah. I usually have... I would say GG Nuke is still also a better still 1v1 player than I am. I guess, yeah, we can see that he's already dropping some of his airdrop infs. I'd say that's my biggest fault. Was and would still be as a inf player slash overall 1v1 player. I always forget to do them in time. Because, yeah, that's a huge advantage that you actually remember to do them. And do them properly in the right time. Me doing them now is going to put me into a disadvantage. And I'm still not using my TA to drop them. I'm just microing some other stuff in the meantime. There's no way that I can cap it at the moment really immediately unless I would bring this into here. But then I'm dropping an airdrop there just to... Well... I think I should have dropped them just into the city hall, but I'm just dropping sillily into locations of going and maybe even fortifying. Still, I am trying to see about maybe even taking their first point here. Guess I could be speeding up a little bit here now then. Just my infantry is just running about and trying to do stuff, failing to do stuff, didn't... I guess even get the cap, and then I have my airdrop inf completely visible, unfortunately. And it's not like he's even going into that one. So that's a fifth. And then he's gonna be getting even napalmed. So I do have this airdrop inf and this one that can easily go into a house here and at least be in a defensive position. But compared to how many airdrop infs he has right now in here in the town, yeah, not the best position. I have a sniper, but it's not even being useful. I don't really think that I can take it very easily into there. But, yeah, now at least I'm trying to do something into this direction, I guess. But even that TA didn't really do that well. At least I got that one in out of that building, but still. And then I do this silly thing Yeah, sure, we could kill that, but then he just drives over all of my anti-tank infantry just like that. They all died. They're pretty crappy. Well, at least they survived, but at what cost? At what cost? A beach is the only place which I at least have for the moment, but on the other hand, he is also attacking that way with the light tanks and everything. I'm actually dropping into town side now, at least a little bit more of the infantry, but yeah, now he's definitely started to gain quite a bit of a more advantage. Still, it's I can promise you that it's going to be a special game, even though at the moment at least it seems that I've done a lot of crappy choices and definitely losing the game at the moment. Absolutely losing the game. Well, then just moving this guy into here, trying to go and take care of this. They did decap and well, but at least they're not able to immediately cap it. That's also like how likely is it that that light tank is gonna stay there? Well, maybe he is. Oh, he did. Well, got one light tank at least. And then this one actually arrived into here, which is at least nice. Those guys didn't, or I didn't get far into the research situation. And yeah, this is just waiting for possible repairs, which again, I'm not really sure that's worth it. This could at least go fortify or something. I'm definitely not managing everything as well as I should. At least they're not gonna get the beach, but they still have the tick advantage. At least speeding up the game a little bit. Again, I'm risking too much trying to go and cap this, I'd say. Sure, at least I did manage to get the cap, but still, is it worth it if I'm also losing all the units that I have in there? Because, yeah, that anti-tank infantry again, dead. So, was it worth it? Probably not. More likely not. And then this guy just throwing an attack into there. They have a medium tank now. The one place I have is the beach. The one and only. The sniper is useless. Absolutely useless. At least they are not gonna have that easy time to defeat this anti-tank infantry, and there is still support with this unit, which is at least nice. They are bringing an anti-tank infantry of their own though, which at least will cause me to actually try to move this to the beach so that maybe it could actually be useful somewhere. It's definitely not useful here. I should have maybe just brought it already before, like in here somewhere, so we could be trying to snipe in the town or something, but yeah, I didn't. At least now I'm finally again trying to do something for the research at the same time while fighting in the other locations. But yeah, at least managed to fortify this a little bit, I guess. Maybe I'm doing too much fortifications, but of course it does help me keep the points. It's a little bit difficult to say sometimes. It's not like I'm that good in the 1v1 games anyway. Well, this thing is definitely coming for repairs now, yeah. I'm dropping the repair chip, but is it worth it when I'm mostly inf and I have only a few armored transports? Maybe light tanks? Not sure. I've destroyed at least a few fortifications here. It's just so annoying how difficult it is to... Like, I think that should be in the vision range. It should be able to shoot it, right? But it doesn't. Like, anti-tank infantry. How bad can you be at this? Just looking at that. It's just ridiculous. And yeah, they managed to get the beach in the meantime. They're also trying to get the town. Kind of proceeding decently well in that process too. And I'm not noticing that this still isn't shooting this damn thing, so that it could at least decap. But yeah, the fortifications are also getting destroyed, so... Well, at least I'm getting into the beach, I guess. One little advantage. One little advantage. Yeah, just... That guy just sitting there, just not doing anything. Like, sure, in a 1v1 game when you are basically the only one who is doing something, it's going to be difficult to manage everything everywhere. Just like in overall, it is with the infantry, if you're not used to it. Finally, I moved this guy at least into here, and it at least finally started to actually do something against this. Then I'm just hiding, cause, yeah, there's a armored transport coming into this way too. At least there's no fortifications, and I'm getting an unit here too, so that maybe I can try to go and get the research. his at least airdrop beams are mostly in city. So I haven't seen that he would have much in anywhere else. Beach is at least mine. Again, fortifying it, but I guess that's fine. Trying to fight in the city, more or less, successfully or not. Could really go and try to decap this. Not at this point, at least, I feel like. There's no enemies in sight. That needs to be dealt with. This would need to be gotten. But sadly, yeah, that guy got killed, and this guy's gonna get killed, and everything's dying. Everything's just dying. Now they can get the free cap of the city after all. That got repaired, but how useful is it? I'm at least finally attacking into there. This guy is suffering though, but at least he's not able to cap it now because I got the rest of those fortifications off. So that's something. He doesn't manage to keep it anymore, the research. And enemy nuke on the way, and I think this is the part where, like, you can already see that I basically lost the game at this point. Like, he's got an 80 TA in reserve, I have 7 TA at the moment, and now he's nuking the beach. In a glorious blast. Taking my beach away even. But it's not like it's giving him that ridiculous. It is decent amount of the tick, but at least I have decapped the city in the meantime and advancing in there a little bit with the anti-tank infantry then to go and try to kill some more. He has capped this research again, but I can also go and cap it again back for myself after all, or at least decap. I do know that sometimes it's also questionable when should you go and decap and when you shouldn't, but on the other hand, considering I'm already losing so badly, I kind of have to decap a lot, I feel like. So, yeah, went to decap that one too. So, now at least he's not all the time getting more tick, it's just I'm not getting any either. And yeah, I didn't notice to now see it, but yeah, this guy almost died against that armored transport. Barely survived though. Definitely was important that he did. If he didn't and would have died, then I would have been in a lot worse situation for sure. But now just having these two infs fortifying the research, then making a lot of drops. I finally actually have gotten some TA, making a lot of drops. He's captured the beach, but I'm basically there too with my sniper and this guy, so can go and get them easily enough. This guy is destroying the last fortifications in here on the other hand, and he is pushing to my last point in here, but I guess that's maybe would be his mistake, concentrating so much into my last point, which I have the easiest time defending, when on the other hand I'm also attacking pretty much everywhere else, almost everywhere else, into his points. I did manage to get the cap with these airdrops in, even though they all died immediately afterwards, and it's not like he's not able to go and get it pretty easily himself. At least that tank died, so he didn't get it immediately. So we'll take him a little bit longer. My anti-tank infantry, on the other hand, is fighting over here. I have slight tick now for myself, cause I have the beach with the sniper. This place is ours now, finally. This ain't, but it's going to be pretty soon, because it's not like he's coming out of there for some reason or another. And this is no one's territory. Now it's finally theirs, but this guy at least can destroy this anti-tank infantry pretty easily, so then it's again no one's territory, and the research is ours. This is no one's. Well, theirs, I mean. Of course, our anti-tank infantry here sadly died, but they still haven't gone and tried to get it. I think there was light tank drops in there. Seems like it at least. But yeah, then finally making the moves into here. Like, if someone would be really good, they would actually time this so that these drops would come just perfectly after this, but I didn't really remember the timings of them, so yeah, not as good, but at least okay. But decent cluster bombs at least. So I'm actually moving these two from the research. He has an airdrop in right there too, but now they don't have to stay here anymore. These have already been fortified even pretty well. And then I'm moving from one place to another. I'm getting just an anti-tank fortification here in time, which is definitely helpful in this situation. Not that the sniper could do anything about these tanks after all. Then I'm again just decapping this with a drop for good or for bad. Then doing a lot of light tank drops. This place I'm fighting in. And yeah, decapping. And sadly don't quite get that kill. I was expecting that could have gotten it, but sadly did not. So, but hey, it's still decapped, which isn't the worst, certainly enough. Not the worst. And then getting, yeah, all of these drops. So gonna actually go, and that clearly, yeah, did that, but it doesn't really matter when I have all these light tanks in here waiting. These guys haven't really done anything for him in here. Like, what's the point of just keeping this here? Should probably go and decap, even though I know I could at the moment go easily cap it again, but still. That light tank finally moved there and would have been trying to get this place, but I still have at least that. I just sent immediately the light tanks after this place into here to cap this place, here to help as well with the cap when there's this one armored transport. To getting the move on into a lot of different places everywhere pretty much, and the dig is definitely going into our advantage, or my advantage in this case. Getting this cap done now. This is, well, going to be lost, but on the other hand it was ours for a bit again, and now getting the drop into there for good or for bad, and these guys were able to get this location decapped and capped soon enough. Getting another drop here, not really very useful drop, but it's something. At least they can't take it as easily. They definitely die immediately though. But yeah, we have this location at least, and they are having these in as well, airdrop teams in here, but can't really go and get that much done with them. They did get the city though, so not having as much advantage with this at the moment. And yeah, airdrop light tanks coming down. This guy has definitely already done everything that he could in there. Probably should have moved it way earlier, but oh well. And then just this guy's going here to try to kill this thing, and this is coming here. Light tanks being dropped, new units being brought in with the armored transports and everything. He's finally looking into indeed doing something in the reserves, where I haven't paid any attention for a while. But on the other hand, I have just a little bit of a troop advantage still in the city on the other hand. Even if he has his old airdrop beams in there. I just immediately, yeah, you don't even need to stay in the town, you just go into there to cap. You guys just try to cap into this place. And this is still kept for us. This is killing the medium tank. Doing that into there if they're going to go into that location to decap. Not that it was too early. But still, like 36 seconds left, and basically now finally I got enough of an advantage. So yeah, considering where it was and what situation it was, I wouldn't think that that would have ended up into my victory. But sometimes it's just better in situations where it looks really bad for me, to be honest. Plus, of course, I have to say that, of course, he just he saw that he was winning. He wasted his DA to do a nuke, and that's not always the best idea. It was a waste of DA, and he could have done so much more with it than just do a nuke. But yeah, lol, GG. But yeah, I'm quite happy with that game overall, so I thought that I'll show that replay. I think it's a pretty special one. I think most people would be at least giving up, like, okay, yeah, it's game over, and just go with that. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I just wanted to show that, okay, you nuke me, then I'll try even more. And at least, yeah, sent units a little bit everywhere, and it worked out well enough, at least to a victory. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little replay, and I'll see about doing some more of the 1v1s and some other stuff as well, considering I have a ton of replays from 2013, etc. like this one was, and some of them definitely can be good games that I just didn't record at the time. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching. See you for some more later on.